New Dances was founded at a very special time and in a very special place, which is here in the Ruth Page Center and at the Ruth Page Theater. And it was under the umbrella of the Chicago Repertory Dance Ensemble, which was also housed here. So this center has a lot of history in our community on many fronts. The co-founders of New Dances are Tara Mitten and Barbara Stein, who were co-artistic directors of the Chicago Repertory Dance Ensemble. Barbara Stein was also the executive director. And there was a third party involved. Mead Polodowski was a part of our community as well. So the three of them put their heads together and came up with a really wonderful way for the community to grow and thrive. It was a beautiful way to bring the community together. And so the first iteration of New Dances was for the ensemble members of the Chicago Repertory Dance Ensemble, who were also choreographers and educators in our community. Mary Ward and Christina Ernst and Sam Watson and all of that. We're all artists in the community growing and thriving and looking for new creative opportunities. And there was this innate organic transformation within the art form of performing, working with many, many different choreographers, teaching as to supplement income and to reach different ages and different communities through the voice of dance and education, and then choreography. These artists, all within the Chicago Repertory Dance Ensemble, were engaged as seasoned artists, and they were looking for creative opportunities to have their voice realized in the choreographic realm, and they evolved to be that. And from that, artists from the greater community were asked to participate as dancers. And so many different members of the community came together to be part of New Dances. The Chicago Repertory Dance Ensemble had its own transition in the context of some shifts and changes within the community in funding. There was a time when the NEA grants were depleted for various reasons, and this was in the late 80s and early 90s. And at that time, the Chicago Repertory Dance Ensemble had relied heavily on government and state support, and that ended up trickling away. And so the company itself folded, and I was very inspired because New Dances had done so much for me as a choreographer and produced my works to the point where I could actually found my own company with a repertory of diverse works and begin my journey as a founder and artistic director. So I have New Dances to thank for that. And so with the company shifting gears and then eventually folding, New Dances ran the risk of going away entirely. And then when I evolved enough within my organization to garner enough resources, I was able to take on New Dances. Basically, what happened was I called the founders and I said, hey guys, I'd love to do New Dances. And they were like, great, do it. It was something I've always wanted to do. I really enjoyed growing as an artist in an environment that engaged me as an educator, as a performer, and as a choreographer all at the same time.